twice and watch it go. Another moment missed again. Breathe it in and take control. Like the embers that glow from a fire, you can turn them into flames. Let them know you'll go down to the wire. Never say never, feel it burning through your veins. Promise you'll never say never, and everything can change. Oh, you only get one life to fall in love. You only get one chance to turn it up. And when your heart screams out, it's not enough. It's not enough for you. Never say never. Never say never. Never say never say never. You don't need to take it slow. Riding on a flash of light, reaching out for hidden gold. Yeah, like the embers that glow from a fire, we'll be rising up again. Let 'em know we'll go down to the wire. Never say never, feel it burning through your veins. Promise you'll never say never, and everything can change. Oh, you only get one life to fall in love. You only get one chance to turn it up. And when your heart screams out, it's not enough. It's not enough for you. Never say never. Never say never. Never say never. Never say never.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with week 5 of the CSL CSGO. I am Mahone. Joined by me is Laz, the legend. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good as well. A little bit sick, but either way, we have a really good game that we have on our hands here. University of Ottawa versus University de Montreal. So Laz, What can you tell me about these teams?
Well, I mean, these are two Canadian powerhouses. I mean, these are both teams that are doing quite well in their division, and I think we're going to see a pretty close game here. I mean, they're fighting for some Canadian pride out east.
Yeah, Eastern Canadian Pride. And just to give some background on both these teams, as University of Montreal, they were the 2015 to 2016 second place, right? So that's maybe a while ago, but at this point, 3 of their players are still on this roster now. So gonna be expecting big things. But even then, since that second place, they haven't really had the greatest results. They've had top 32 finishes, so they haven't really been back to that spot. But hopefully that just continues to drive them. And on the side of Ottawa, they placed in the top 8 in the 2016 and to 2017 season, which is pretty good. And the one player that many people will probably recognize on Ottawa is Mario. So Source Legend, I don't know if you were familiar with him. I'm sure you heard his name at some point though, Laz.
Dude, Mario's really. I was just about to say, like, I mean, if I was gonna look at Ottawa, like the two, like heavy hitters would be Mario and probably Redix, and then I would think, like those guys back like are pretty good, and I remember Mario in the past too.
Yeah, Mario is really really good, and I think he played like I don't know exactly to what extent he played in CSGO. I know he for sure played main, but like in Source, I know he played Invite. So, but again, that's like a really long time ago. I know now he doesn't really compete as much, but he still plays in the collegiate scene, so it's good to see.
Yeah, it is good to see. I like it. It just makes the competition even that much more tough, right? So this is perfect.
Yeah. But anyways, it looks like we're going to be going into the knife round fairly soon here, as both teams just starting to get ready. And we should be underway very soon here, as it looks like we're going to be going live into the knife round. So D, overpass. Again, Laz, what would you say? What side would you actually want on this map?
It's tough, man. Like, I mean, I think personally, when I played in my experience, like I always liked having CT. Like, I like starting defensively just because I feel like you can build more rounds. But I mean, I say it before, I'll say it again. I mean, T side, if you're able to, have a bit of executions and some strats, like it can just be bread and butter, right? But I'm gonna say CT for sure.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would say it actually depends a lot on the team. I know for most like pug environments and stuff like that, like CT might be the way to go. But like if you have a really coordinated T side, like I can easily see it being T side. I know all my teams on Overpass that I've played on have always been T side for some reason, so it can be weird sometimes.
Pretty nuts, but like it is like every team is different, right? So I played on games where I've done really well offensively but not as well defensively, and vice versa, right?
Yeah. Do you think
kind of go with
yeah?
where it goes?
Do you think we're getting to a point in CS now where it's like side isn't much of a factor as it used to be?
I think so. Like I think some maps are a little bit different, but I think it's definitely getting closer and closer. Like it's more about the skill and the like the executions more than it used to be with like choke points and stuff like that. So, which has been great to see.
That's true. Either way, we're going to be going into the pistol round here, as looks like it's going to be 3 armors and utility on 2 players on the CT side, and on the side of Ottawa it's just going to be 5 armors. So we'll have to see what kind of strat they do here.
Yeah, kind of an interesting setup too, because I mean these guys aren't really doing any like nade work. Like they're just going to be running and gunning here. So this is going to be good because like from the past weeks we haven't really seen anything like this. You can already see that they're doing a mid and connector pinch right now.
It's going to be connector pinch. CKX going to take down Epsilon. Yeah, the CTs essentially just did like a connector water pinch. The terrorists now, they're just going to be regrouping in the connector. As it looks like they might go towards the bathroom here, but it's the CTs. They're actually already starting to rotate back towards A.
Yeah, you can already see the CTs already making their big rotate here, and they're just kind of scouting and waiting, but the Ts are playing this properly. They are just taking it slow and just peeking every single corner. Renix is about to connect here. As I say that, Kadachi right now could be taking out Mario with a huge headshot with that USP.
Yeah, CKXZ is just waiting for him to re-peek, as Kadachi just not giving him anything. As all the Ts right now, because they only have armor, they can't really use any nades to get into the site. They have to rely on them peeking. Kadachi finding another one. Might be able to find another here, as he finds his 3rd of the round. Beautiful USP work from Kadachi.
Perfect. I mean, like I said before the game started, I mean, Kadachi's going to be one of those guys to look out for on this team. Like, he is a heavy hitter. Like, I have a feeling he's just going to go off. You already get 3 big frags with a USP like that, like, no turning back now.
As that's going to be the first round on the board for Montreal. And on the side of Ottawa, they're actually just going to full save. As ever since this money system came out, like I've seen some of the pro teams actually buy into this round as well. Like I was just watching Astralis like the other day where they would actually buy into this round, like with a lot of nades and everything.
Yeah, I feel like eco rounds are like they're definitely doable. Like I mean, especially in this game, pistols are just they're really impactful than they used to be in the old versions of CS. So I mean, it makes sense, right? Proper nade work and just like run around with pistols.
And Sage is actually gonna get tinked up in the A site here as Epsilon's gonna find one to KZ, and Barlow's actually gonna find one to Sage as they're actually in the site. They might be able to get a plant. Epsilon finding two. Might be able to deny this plant, but just in time. Overall, really good plant, and because they full saved as well, it's gonna be a really good buy from Ottawa here.
Yeah, and honestly, that's like the best thing to do. Like, I mean, when you're in T side and you're on an eco round like that, the best situation, like, and I've said this last week, is getting that bomb down, right? Building up the economy, and then now you're just going to go into this next round. These guys are just going to go for full gun. They all have about over $4,000, so you're going to see AKs might see one op, maybe with no armor.
Yeah, definitely possible. Seems like Farz's thinking about it. He's thinking about whether he wants to
he's
off.
debating. This is part of that conversation where they're trying to like figure out the strat, but they do just do the 5 AK across the board here with full util, so this could be a good round for the Ottawa boys.
Yeah, looks like it's just gonna be a standard default, 2 towards connector, 1 outside B, 2 outside A towards the playground area. On the side of the CTs, Sage, Montreal has actually boosted up into the window thing, and I haven't really seen this that often anymore.
Yeah, this used to be such a good strat, like right when Overpass came out, but like ever since like people figured it out, it just went away. But now this is great that these guys are bringing back like an old tactic like that, because I think it's going to be a bit unpredictable, to be honest.
Yeah, especially since with that front bathroom smoke now, it kind of negates that spot a lot of the time. So either way, it looks like Ottawa still setting up in a default. I haven't really used that many nades yet, but they do have some map control. Mario has already pushed up all the way into long A. As Montreal, they're still committed to this boost at A.
Yeah, it's a good position for, you know, just like figuring out some information on the map and then just being able to get a quick peek before the T's might notice. But we are just seeing, like, you know, the setup and the T's are going out.
HHQZ takes down the lurk and Mario, as it looked promising that he was actually going to be able to get in behind them, but Ottawa looks like just going to be falling back with full nades and 37 seconds left. It seems like they're just a little bit lost, but are they able to find Epsilon? Now we're down to a 4v4 situation, 30 seconds left. CKZ is going to be working his way through the long A smoke, but Sage, he might be able to find one kills here. He's able to find Farz, might be able to find the next into the player in bathroom, and now he's in such a tough spot. And he might be able to find Renix here, but he's just holding his ground. He's doing a beautiful job right now.
A lot of trade breaks happening right now. Renix is going to be kept picking up one, and then HHQZ, and then now we're going to get the bomb down here by Barley right now. Going to get spammed, going to get taken out, and then Renix returning as well. No time left on that clock.
Kadachi cleans
is
it up.
just feeling it from Kadachi. Listen, I told you, Kadachi's feeling it. He's going to drop bombs this game. I'm already calling. Nothing stopping him.
Yeah, he's definitely had a good game so far with 4-0. Hasn't died yet. On the scoreboard though, Epsilon leading the way with 5 kills. The rest of Ottawa though, that gun round didn't really look too promising. They kind of just had a default, didn't really throw any nades, and just they're at a point where they had 30 seconds left and like 4 guys had full nades.
Yeah, and I was actually noticing that too. Like, I mean, you're going into like the 30 seconds of the clock, and like no nades have been done at all. Like, there's been like a couple trade frags, but like nothing has been done. Like, no map control, really anything. Like, they just played so slow and almost scared to like take any advantage of the bomb sites.
Yeah.
So hopefully this changes
look at
up.
Sage here. Sage is already flanking Monster, as he's gonna be able to find one of the Renix. He might be able to find Mario here. He does.
Oh.
As Epsilon going through the connector, able to find one. Might be able to find Barloo in the back, but it's all down to Barloo. Up in a 1v5. Just gonna get taken down by Epsilon, and so far 4-0 for Montreal. It's looking really good.
Yeah, that's the one thing I had a conversation with some people, is that I feel like on CT side, like, you have so many advantages of playing aggressive, and that's the Sage played that perfectly. Like, he just flanked Monster. He just threw them off guard. These guys are playing slow. They were getting ready for, you know, a B execution, and he just came back and just like totally caught them up. Amazing play by Sage. That pretty much helped them win the round for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is the key on CT side overpass. Like, you can't really play passive anymore. Like, you have to play a little bit aggressive to get information on where the T's are. There used to be a time before where CTs were just playing the site at A, but you can't do that anymore. You just give up way too much map control and information.
It does look like the T's are just kind of grouping up in mid right now. They thought there was some like long A presence right now, but they're just playing a bit patiently and a little bit passive. Like they haven't taken full advantage of mid control. Playing a lot more cautious than we've seen them in the past. So
Yeah, and Montreal, they actually have total water control at this point now. But at the same time, Ottawa, they're clearing out connector here. As this is a little bit awkward as the T's are starting to make their way up. Renix already has party control. Mario's going to fall away from B, and it looks like it's probably going to be an A-side attack at this point.
yeah, like I mean, you could definitely notice the T's right now. They are just playing really passive through that middle. Like they're so worried about someone pushing up in middle and taking them out. Like I'm not sure if they watched a bunch of demos or just like studied these. As I say it, that Epsilon is going to get taken out by Renix with a nice Galil kill onto the bathrooms. Renix is my other MVP, by the way, I may add. He is going to be pushing up to the A bomb site here with that the Galil. He is just peeking, bank. Now we're going to get a Molotov here as well. 27 seconds left for these guys to make an execution.
And yeah, it's going to be a smoke wall on A here as Sage might be able to see a bit of a gap here. Oh, he's going to spot their toes on CKZ. Going to find HHQZ as all the trades are going in favor of Ottawa now as the CTs are still in position to retake here. They do have kids. Sobo going to find Renix. Actually going to find a CKZ, so now it's a 3v3 situation as Mario going to take down one from long A. It's all down to Kadachi. Left on a 1v3. Might be able to find one here, but he's in such a tough spot. I don't even know how he got to this point without getting peeked at any point, as he might just look to save at this point.
Yeah, best case scenario right now is to run away with that AUG. I mean, the AUG is pretty much the most insane gun in the game right now, so this is a good play by Kadachi not to get taken out.
Oh, he
And
might
if
be able to kill Mario here, though.
Oh, he is going to go for Mario. Mario, he's about to peek. He's going to get taken out. Mario, that AUG. Whose AUG is this? Hey, that Barza does take him out. Great job from Ottawa. No, good round from Ottawa. That was a really much-needed round. These guys were down 4-0, but they were able to convincingly win that round and making it a 5-on-3 at one point. Job well done to those guys. We are going to see full gun round again as the CTs have been able to build up that economy quite substantially since they've been just mowing down Ottawa. We can see that these guys are going to go towards Monster right now. They are going for a full rush. Molotov is going to stop them out. Smoke to counter it. Going to be pushing up. A lot of damage being done to Gadachi right now.
Yeah, HHQZ from the short area. He's going to whiff the spray though. Finds a kill on the Renix though. And the bomb is actually going to try to run into the smoke and plant, and Farza should be able to get this bomb down. Gadachi spamming the smoke, able to find one. Farza trades back though. Now we're in a 3v4 situation as the CTs, they still have short control though, as it's going to be so hard for the T's to hold off. And Farza is actually going through the short pipe now. You might be able to find that slot. He does. And at the same time, Mario finds another. Now it's just Sage left in 1v2.
Oh
Mario!
My God!
With the big frags. And that's going to be the second round for University of Ottawa.
Force invite skills I was waiting to see. Mario with Mario that entire round looked like he was literally white screen the entire time, and he just managed to come out with two big frags. He was just able to take one on Cat and then flicked it back onto the water there. Nice hole from the T's. I mean, that's never easy, especially with all those counter nades flying in like that.
Yeah, and they barely even had any map control either. They only had the monster tunnel essentially, so it's really surprising as the University of Montreal, they all got naded up as they're actually pushing towards the middle here. Renix is going to find 2. He's going to find 3, and Epsilon going to trade him back though. Now it's a 2v3 situation, but with the Nico round, they're just looking to do some damage. They do have the bomb down though, so this is, potentially possible.
Yeah, you never want to have that bomb down right there. I mean, you can already see that HH is going to be taking out 1. Oh. Epsilon's going to be taking out 2! It's down to a 2-on-1 situation that was in favor for the T's. Mario going to be returning it right now. Down to a 1-on-1 with HHQZ right now. HHQZ is just playing really patiently out in the party right now. Oh, this is just so close, Mahone. I don't even know what to do.
I know. HHQZ is just essentially just going to gamble that he goes towards long A. But if I recall, they should have the information that he is in this area, though.
And Mario is just trying to scout and look around here, but I feel like HH, yeah, he just did do the quick peek there. Only has a P250 in hand.
Oh, he digs him up! Oh! What?
You hate to see it, Ottawa.
Unbelievable.
Full mid push just punishes Ottawa. Oh no.
What do you do in that situation though? Mario, he saw his shoulder, he took some shots, the HHQZ just hits him with the shoulder peek, dinks him, and then finishes the job right away. Just what a round by Montreal.
That's what I mean, man. This game just, you know, like pistols are just so insanely good that like anything can happen. Like, I mean, you could just see that HHQZ just did a quick peek, took him out, 2-shot at him, full HP.
Looks like here we have another monster rush here. Solo gonna take down Renix though, as Montreal holding strong. Solo gonna find another one. Mario's gonna trade back though. That's actually gonna find one. Mario gonna take him down as well though. Now it's a 2v3 situation.
Mario's going to be running up with that ump right now. He is in the bomb site. Got a full Molotov in hand here. Going to be Molotoving the water. Just spotting just to see if any counter terrorists are getting a little over antsy. I want to quick peek him. Is playing it really patiently on the 1v3 situation with a minute and seconds on the clock. As they say that, he's going to get taken out by Epsilon. Epsilon just making it look easy.
Yeah, and Montreal, they're doing really good. They're really doing a really good job on this monster hold so far. As you know, they're not dying too early. They're able to let their teammates come in and help with the utility and everything. So it should pretty much just signal to Ottawa that they can't just simply bully their way into B.
Yeah, you're right. I think the UDEM right now has been playing really good to just counter the monster rush. I mean, they've been counter-nading and like throwing Molotovs and everything too, just to slow it down as much as they can. I really do like the aggression from Ottawa as they are kind of switching it up from playing super slow and push. But you can see now they are going back to their grouping and slower play style because they are on an eco round. So hopefully we'll see a couple 1Ds.
Yeah, this is actually this actually might work out in their favor as they're all grouped up towards long A. Unfortunately for Montreal, they're doing the window stack in middle.
Yeah, these guys are just going to be grouping towards long A here, and you can already see that the CTs are getting ready. As I say that, Sage does take out Mario with that AWP. These guys are playing a really interesting angle as they are going towards long A with pistols, knowing that there is an op, but it looks like they are kind of reconsidering their options here.
Yeah, it looks like they probably want to make their way back down towards the connector. Yeah, Sage gonna find another kill. They're just making it too easy for him at this point. He might be able to find some more kills here, but actually gonna get caught out as Barley almost able to find a kill. And Solo going in with the Kobe. So the rest of the terrorists are gonna make their way down into the water area as HHQZ actually gonna get a spam kill somehow. He's gonna find that last kill as well. It's making it 7-2 for Montreal now.
You know, Danny, I forgot to ask you, like, I mean, you know, Alex and I, when you were away, and you didn't want to hang out with us, is that we were doing predictions.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, we're already at 7-2, so yeah. What are you thinking?
I think coming into this match, like, I thought that, I was thinking that Montreal was probably going to win this. But
Convenient enough with the 7-2, hey?
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like Mario hasn't quite woken up yet. I think it'll be a close game either way.
Yeah, I feel like CT side he's probably gonna wake up here and kind of make some damage happen.
Yeah, like he's gonna be able to do so much, like on the CT side, like, especially if he's like playing A. He's just gonna get in their faces and stuff like that.
You can already see that the T's are, you know, just playing their slow, methodical round right now with full guns on the board. They are just trying to get, you know, quick pick or just some quick info here, and they are just going to be spamming onto the B short as well, and then also just playing very, very passively, waiting for UDEM to be peeking anywhere between middle. A lot of pressure on Sage right now to land that op shot down long A here, but there doesn't seem to be any presence down there as well. These guys are grouping up towards the bathroom, ready to make some damage happen. Mario is just taking out some serious damage right now, down to 2 HP.
Ooh, Barloo might be able to find a kill, but the perfect bait set up as Epsilon takes down 2. And actually, that's a really interesting setup that they had there. Renek's gonna take him down though. It's all down to Epsilon. Still alone in the long A here. Might be able to find one more here. As Renek's gonna take him down though. It's gonna make it a 3v3 situation.
This is still a really winnable situation. I mean, you're looking at Sobel with 1 HP, Mario with 2, and then there is, you know, 2 M4s and an AK on the CT side with an op on Forza, right? Or Farza, sorry. These guys do look like they are. Oh, they're gonna get taken out by Sobel though. Nice quick pick into the site. Farza gonna be returning with that AWP.
HHQZ though, he's going straight into the smoke as takes down Mario. It's all down to Farza, left in the 1v2. With the op, he's gonna get blinded up by HHQZ, taking him down. That's gonna make it 8-2 now. But the T's did get the bomb down, so they're gonna be able to force out a buy if they want to here.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Despite the score, I'm gonna give it to Ottawa. They have been getting into the bomb sites and have been getting the bomb down, which is honestly doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is a lot. Like it does put a lot more pressure on the CTs to make any plays and to make the round in their favor. But they're just not able to kind of hold their post plans, which is a little unfortunate. But hopefully these guys do wake up here, as Montreal is kind of running away with us so far.
Yeah, as actually CTs did the early monster smoke. That's always good to see. As Montreal, they have double and connector now, and they always tend to gamble with all their players in one side, like either long A, middle, or connector. They don't really split at all. So it's an interesting way to play CT side.
It is. I mean, you can even tell, like, Ottawa right now, like, they're just playing a lot of grouping strats, and they are just kind of grouping to hope and get a pick, but they haven't been successful in doing that. So I hope that they are going to switch it up and go towards their aggressive setups again, because I feel like that's what's been kind of their bread and butter. Oh, we're going to be taking serious spam damage right now. Renek's going to be returning it onto Gadachi, though.
As he's trying to creep out from the monster area, as they're actually going to be going out through the monster. 3 of them are coming through at the same time. CKZ able to find Epsilon, might be able to find Sage as well, as he tags him once again, and Sage takes him down. Now a 3v2 situation, as HHQZ is still in the toxic barrel, able to find 2, might be able to find 3, but Renek's taking him down. Now it's just a 1v1 situation. Sage,
nice
oh no! Beautiful.
No, right through the little wall there on the short. That was a much needed play, and who better yet than Renek's, Laz's MVP, to make things happen.
The funny thing is that Sage played a really interesting angle to try to kill him from headshots, from the headshot angle. Like, I thought he would have just stayed short, but he tried to go for like the weird off angle next to the wall.
Anything to throw people off, man.
Sage is gonna be peeking down middle. Looks like he's gonna get caught out here though, as CKZ just gonna take him down with a Mac 10. You hate to see it.
Hate to see the drive-bys like that, but it does happen. No, good round for Ottawa though. I mean, they are now up to a 5v4 situation. There is a full gun round from the CT side here. They are just playing a 2-2 setup. T's are really waiting patiently to see if there is any more aggressive peaks coming from the counter terrorists. Nothing yet so far, but it does look like we have CKZ kind of creeping his way through the bathroom with that Mac 10, as he's going to be the first point of contact with that SMG.
Yeah, Mario is actually working towards long A at this point now, so in a bit I think Ottawa will be able to take long A / mid control, as Mario's going to spot solo, jump swatting from the bank. Epsilon here playing close towards the bathroom, might be able to catch out a couple players here. As they're pretty gambled on A here, as they're playing full retake on B. Epsilon though gonna find CKZ, as he might be able to find another target. Fars they're gonna take him down though. It's gonna make it a 4v3 situation.
Yeah, it gets back the bomb, which is really important. They got they still have a little bit of time here to make any kind of execution happen, and you can already see that the CTs have. Renek's going to be taking out Kadachi, getting that full B site control. Now it's down to a 4-on-2 situation in favor of Ottawa. And at this point, I feel like if you're on the CT side, the best thing to do is just to save those guns and just hope for the best next round.
Yeah, I would try to pick up. Oh wait, no, looks like they took their op. I was about to say they could have picked up Sage's op in middle, but it looks like they picked it up. At least it looks like Barlu did. Solo gonna take down Mario though, as they're trying to hunt, but I think for Ottawa they kind of need to stabilize their economy here, so I don't think it's really worth trying to hunt down their guns.
No, I definitely agree. I think this is the best play right now for Montreal, just to save the rifles. I mean, you got an AK and an M4. I mean, they are quite low on the economy too. They have been buying almost like every second round here, so things are looking kind of good here for Ottawa, starting to crawl their way back, making things really interesting, making the score 8-4. This is the thing. I feel like on T side, on most maps, if you can get anything more than 4 rounds, it's definitely going to be a winnable game. A lot relies on the pistol round, but it definitely makes it more favorable, if you're able to get 4+ rounds, especially on the offensive play side. I think that makes a big difference when you go into your second half.
Yeah, I mean, if you get 4 rounds at least, I mean, even if you lose pistol round and the 2 rounds after, I mean, it's only 14-4, so it's not like your backs are against the wall where you can't make any mistakes anymore. Mario, you're gonna find Sage at the long A area. As ever since that CZ nerf, it's like it almost seems like more people are favoring the 5-7 again.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of indifferent about it. Like I think both are good in their own way, but I mean, I still like running around with a CZ. And as if we talk about that, Epsilon is going to be taking out Mario with a P2 HHQZ. Going to be responding back with that M4 onto CKZ. These guys are back onto a 4v3 situation. It does look like the T's are going to be working up their way into Monster. Renek's going to be taking out Sobel right now. And all on HHQZ right now to make something happen to kind of equalize this situation for him.
Yeah, he's gonna throw a defensive smoke down. He does have pit control here, so it doesn't make the retake that much more possible. But Barley is scoping right down towards the graffiti area. And the bomb's gonna go down straight in front of Heaven. That's a really risky plan. But Renek's gonna get taken down by Epsilon. As they actually boosted up, and Epsilon gonna find a second, and that's gonna be a clean retake from Montreal.
That's a really good round, and I really appreciate what Montreal just did there. I mean, in the middle of the round, they were able to double boost, peek the wall, play unpredictable, and then you could just see Epsilon was able to take out 2. And nobody was expecting him to be boosted over that CT wall. Like, that's really good teamwork and communication. Just get some information, and he was able to just take out 2. Not sure why the bomb was planted in front of Heaven, like you mentioned, and he definitely got punished for that. So, but nonetheless, bomb was down once again, and now we're going into 9-4.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that boost was actually really quick, like the one for the wall and the retake. Like normally you don't expect it to be that quick.
No, you don't. I mean, it's usually like a little bit longer, and I mean, it's more of just like an information thing, and you just kind of spot. But I mean, Epsilon was able to take out 2 like immediately, which is maybe the T's were a bit overzealous on their peaking. So
yeah, and that's one thing I noticed about this Montreal team too. Like they like to do a lot of gimmicky type of plays, like all their boosts that they're doing and stuff like that. And especially with the way they play A on overpass too. It's like they kind of just dedicate to having like both players on one side, either long A, mid, or connector.
oh, Sage gonna be taking out Barley with a huge frag with that AWP down long A. All on CKZ right now. He is feeling a little anxious, and I think he wanted to go for it, but does get smoked out and falls off. Now it does look like the T's are grouped up towards the short A bathroom area, kind of regrouping, making a decision as it is a 5-on-3 situation. Not much for weapons and utility on these guys. A couple Molotovs that could potentially open up the site, but I mean, with the amount of time they have, they're going to have to make something happen here real quick. And it does look like they are going to go towards that short B. Spotting it here, going to get smoked out. Farza is going to be running in hot with that ump. Slows her on down. Going to get bullets out there.
Montreal's just reading it. They're already throwing all their nades into it. As this is going to be so difficult for Ottawa to get into the site here.
Yeah, they are smoked out, so this is making it way harder. And as we see, that Kidachi is going to open up CKZ and then HHQZ, and then just going to be finishing off with Epsilon taking out CKZ as well.
Yeah, overall, really good round from Montreal there. As we do have the final round of the half, as Ottawa's money not looking so good. They're just going to be able to buy some upgrade pistols and some SMGs, put some grenades, and what would you like to see them do this last round?
I mean, I feel like just getting a full aggression, potentially even towards like short A might be the best thing, but it does look like, as I say that, they are going towards the B bomb. They have had some success with getting the bomb down, but I am glad they are taking this aggressively and going to get in the faces of Montreal. Going to get counter-mollied on that one as well. Full blind here. HHQC going to be opening it up, and then Kadachi going to be following with the AUG. And then Mario going to be responding with that Tech 9. Kadachi again with the AUG. Takes it a double.
Wow, beautiful hold.
Really disciplined hold. I really actually am impressed with Montreal, how they played that CT side. They were they played that really disciplined, and they knew not to play close.
Yeah,
they are very dynamic. Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, that's why I noticed about this team, like pretty much in all their iterations of their rosters throughout the years, like they don't really play standard all the time. They try to be more dynamic on the CT sides. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but in either case it's good to be like more unpredictable, Like you don't want to stay set in one way of playing CT side, as generally, the key to having good CT sides is to be unpredictable, and either that or you play standard and you're just really, really good at it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, CT side, I feel like you have a lot of room to, play, kind of stationary, and you can just hold your sights. Or you have the option where you can, play a bit unpredictable and try to do these like gimmicky little things to kind of switch things up. That's what makes it so hard is on, the terrorist side is that, what you want to do and how you're going to execute into a site too, right? You're always kind of second guessing yourself because you're like, well, what if they're pushing or what if they're doing this? Like, it just throws you off guard. So Montreal did a really good job on being able to kind of just throw these guys off their game, I think. So a lot riding on this piss around for Ottawa to make this a comeback.
Yeah, and like you said, this 11-4 scoreline, 4 rounds is sometimes, 4 rounds is all you need sometimes. It's definitely a lot better than 3. 3 is pretty much like you use the pistol round, you're in a really tough spot.
As we say that, it does look like Montreal is just going to go down towards Monster. Mario going to be... Dude, things are opening up hot right now. Responding as well. Dachi Sage and CKZ is going to be opening it up, and all down to Gadachi right now with the Glock in hand. 1v3 situation. Got lots of time on the clock. You're going to be looking for any kind of quick pick you can make happen here. And CTs are playing quite disciplined right now. 1 in CT, 1 party, or sorry, 1 graffiti, and 1 in head. They do have Gadachi in a bit of a pinched situation, so to say.
He does have time though, so he can actually go back and kind of play with the rotations a little bit, as he does have the bomb as well.
Yeah, lots of time on the clock here. I mean, Kadachi could really do anything here, and the best thing he's doing is he is waiting for any kind of push, and he is trying to see if the CTs are going to rotate, and while he's burning the time on the clock here, but the CTs finally make the move. You can see that CKZ is making his way towards A as he thinks that they might have done it. Kadachi is going to be pushing up right now, getting that site control. He's going to get into base here, trying to make something happen here in a bit of a crossfire. Oh, takes out PKZ! Oh my god! And then Barley going to be responding with the USP.
Wow, what a shot on the player in heaven. Like, that was so doable at that point.
I don't even know what to think. Like, I was getting nervous. I wasn't even playing. I really do like the aggression there from Kadachi, though. Like, I mean, he had to make something happen, and I mean, he got lucky taking that guy out in heaven. It did look a bit of a whiff, but nonetheless, great attempt. And you can already see that Ottawa does respond with the pistol round. So this could be a really good chance for them to make a comeback here. Yeah.
As it looks like here, Fozza's going to be playing towards the long A area. Mario playing in the connector as the T's will be storming their way through the middle, as they're going to go right up towards A's site. As Fozza will be the one to meet them with his Famis here. As he's going to spot out pretty much the whole team. As he does have quite the task. He's going to take down 1, might be able to take down 2, takes down 3. As backup's coming in and Renix finishing it off, and that's going to make it 11-6. And Montreal here with the 4400 across the board essentially. They're going to be able to get some AKs and some utility.
Yeah, this is a big round here. I mean, you do see that Montreal has a lot of room for rounds and everything like that too. But I mean, you don't want to build that momentum for for Ottawa too, because like as soon as they start winning countless rounds, like they're gonna get fired up and they're just not gonna be missing anything here. So yeah, we know about fired up players, don't we?
Momentum's a big thing, and yeah, getting fired up. You don't want the other team to get to that point. That's Mario taking out Epsilon from such a far range. Are you kidding me? Mario's fired up after that shot. I know I'd be.
You called it, man. This is the time where Mario needs to wake up and he needs to make some plays happen here. Like, this guy was a source legend here, so I'm expecting some big things from this guy. And as he does that, he just quick peeks the connector and punishes him for even trying to challenge him. So it does look like the T's are kind of grouping up towards long A, though. They are just playing really slow, waiting for any kind of quick peeks here from the CTs. Nothing happening so far. The CTs have been playing quite passively, except for when Mario wanted to get a little cheeky into that connector and throwing around some drive.
Yeah, Farza's just going to be jump spotting long A. He's going to spot 2 players. He's going to dump the smoke down, slow down their push. As it looks like Montreal, at this point, they're pretty much committed to this, as Kadachi already fell off from the B site. But looks like they're actually going to go towards the connector here, and I like this play. If you look at Ottawa, they're dumping all their nades into the A site here. And
yeah, they definitely sold the fake.
B. Yeah.
This is a good play here from Montreal. They just got to get into that site quickly and make a quick pick happen here as they are down a man. They are going to get counter mollied here with only so many seconds left on the clock here. A lot riding on Kadachi here to open it up. Is going to be whiffing right now. Going to take him out, though. Nice job. And then Barley going to be responding back. Mario going to be taking him out. Kadachi just taking out 2 more, and then Renix responding back. And Renix is just feeling so hot as well.
Yeah, your MVP definitely stepping up with a 2K on that round in the B site, and looks like Ottawa, they're going to be using a timeout here. Tactical one.
Yeah.
I guess some people are too fired up. They need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, this is, you know, in my opinion, this is definitely an underrated tactic. Like, I think using timeouts, especially when you have so many, is so useful. Especially, like, these guys have lost 3 rounds in a row, and going into the second half, things aren't working out. This is a good way just to recharge and go, okay, guys, what's going on? What's going wrong? What do we need to do here? And this is a good way for the IGL to kind of get some information and kind of brainstorm of, like, you know, a probable thing that they could do, right?
Yep.
Definitely slows down the momentum, like you said, and I definitely like using tactical timeouts, especially if you are kind of getting in that bit of a deficit. I mean, they are still winning by quite a few rounds, but you don't want them to get too fired up, right?
It's weird, though. It kind of seems like it might have been a technical issue, though, because they were calling for timeouts even after that. So, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Farz was stuck in spawn or something. Well, either way, it looks like Montreal are going to make their way 5 towards long A here.
Oh, this is an interesting setup here. I mean, these guys just look like they're just going to be full blitzing down long A and just going to hope for the best. Hopes and dreams, Lucky Charms coming straight out right now. Going to be challenging Farza as he does throw a counter flash. Going to be taken out 1. Going to get taken out by Kadachi with that CZ75. Mario going to be opening it up with an op, and then as we say that, Epsilon is going to go for the bomb. Mario's going to be responding once again. Going to be taking out Epsilon as well. All down to HHQZ right now with only 6 HP, and as I say it, he does get taken out.
Yeah, beautiful opping from Mario there, and that's exactly what the CGs just need. Just, you know, overall clean round. As now the score is 11-8. As now the T's are going to be bought up once again. Sage has an op, and we'll have to see what kind of round Montreal pull out here.
That was a really, I really like what Mario's doing. He's playing that, you know, that universal spot of just playing short A with the AWP, and it makes, you know, T's just second guess everything too. And he's getting, you can already see right now, he's getting aggressive into him with the AWP. He's gonna be taking out HHQZ right there. Nice job.
Oh, and he has the smoke from the T's to save him too. Unfortunate on the timing, but Mario gonna get away with his life here with 12 HP. And yeah, like I said, like, I expected Mario to play this spot on this map because you just get so much freedom on what you can do. You can peek towards long A, you can peek towards middle like he did. You can also play an op angle on the playground area. You can also peek towards connector. Like, there's just so much impact that you can have from this spot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, it's easy to kind of retreat if the shot is hit or missed as well. And
Yep.
Mario is playing quite well this second half. He is starting to opening things up for the guys on the Ottawa side here. And then a couple CTs are just playing more stationary as Mario is kind of running around doing what he wants. Kind of like, you know, like the old JDM or the Skadoodle plays and stuff like that. I like it.
Yeah.
Learning from our predecessors, right? Taught JDM everything he knows, but whatever. Just kidding.
Yeah, you taught everything afterwards too, right? You actually play on a team with them.
Hey, listen, I took NAF to his first LAN, and that's proof. I let him go to his first LAN, and now the guy's a pro. Coincidence? I think not. Anyways, as we get into this round, it does look like Montreal is going to be going towards B right now. They are just getting that water control and splitting it up into Monster. And you can already see that the counter terrorists are quite ready for this setup, and they know that it's going straight into B. Things are opening up with CGZ right now. Bomb is going to be going down here with 6 seconds left on the clock. Going to get taken out, Renix, and then Kadachi, and then Barlu. Mario going to get greedy and just take out his teammate and Sage.
Sometimes you just have to pull the trigger.
Listen, Mario is just seeing bodies, he's shooting. He doesn't even care what's in his way. He's just going straight for it.
It's going to make it 11-9 though. It's 5 straight rounds in a row. As Montreal, they kind of need to have an answer here as their T side's looking a little bit rough now.
I really, you know, this is if I was Montreal, this is where I'd be getting a little bit nervous too, because I mean, you were winning 11-4, and now you're only winning by 11-9. Like, they haven't won any rounds or made these really that close. So these have been kind of landslides here for Ottawa. So a lot riding on these guys too to kind of shift that momentum if they can, slow down the Ottawa train here.
Kind of looks like there'll be some kind of strat here, as they have pretty much 5 players towards the B side. So we're gonna toss it to Molotov towards the toxic area. CKZ gonna be relocating towards the right side of Monster, as
Yeah, you can definitely see that these guys are just playing a lot more slow, and they are just kind of waiting towards that short B. And they are just kind of I think they're just trying to get ready for proper nade execution here. It does look like Sobel is going to go for the heavens, and then some other teammates as well. But pop flashing Renix right now, getting ready for the full hit. Renix has got that hot red molly coming in hot, slowing down the rush once again. Sobel going to be counter smoking that. These guys are going to be pushing up. Renix is going to get one, and then also Gadachi going to be returning onto CKZ.
Epsilon gonna find one on the plaza, and Renix might be in the spot to get another kill. He does, and it's all down to Epsilon remaining. He's just lurking from the A site. Might be able to find Mario, but Mario hitting him with the Tech 9.
Anyways, as I say that, it was Mario is definitely becoming, you know, the influential player on these guys. Like, he is just making these crucial picks and these crucial entries. Well, I don't even want to say entries on CT side, but he is making a quick pick, is opening up the round for these guys to kind of be one-man advantage the entire time.
Yeah,
and now you can see.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's pretty much like Montreal's just scared to go towards the A side. Like that last round, like, you know, on their full gun round, like, they didn't even want to touch the A side. Just because it's so hard to deal with an offer that knows how to play this spot that I was talking about at A, where, you know, you're pretty much floating around. As I say that, they're going to be running in with pistols, splitting towards connector in middle. And Mario's just going to be at the long A area, as Farza is going to be spotting his mid for him, so overall this is a good setup.
Yeah, these guys are just grouping up towards short A here. They are just trying to get that bathroom control, trying to wait and see where Mario is. But as we say that, Epsilon just takes a nade right to the dome and is down to 34 H. These guys are kind of waiting to see if Mario or somebody is playing close bathroom, but it doesn't look like there is. Mario is going to be falling back off into this A site here with the AWP. CTs are playing a lot more passive here, so it is going to be a little bit harder. Mario missing the first shot here. Going to be taken out Sage, though, to return. Going for the spammy with the Tech 9 in the smoke.
Yeah, he might be able to find another one as actually he spots Epsilon. Might be able to find... Oh, everybody's blinded up. Epsilon takes him down, though. And Farza might be able to find a couple more here as he runs out of ammo. As Epsilon does have that op, though, so this is possible. And Farza going to take him down with that grenade. All down to Gadachi. Going to take down Barley, but not enough, as Ottawa, they actually evening it up 11-11 now, and Montreal is going to call the timeout.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, this is these guys do have a couple more tactical pauses, but I mean, they have not won a single round in the last 7 rounds?
Yeah, it's been 7 straight rounds, as they've only had the bomb plant one time, and pretty much in all the rounds, the CQs were able to, or in many of the rounds, the CQs were able to survive with at least 3. So that does mean that they're overall making money as each round progresses. They're not, you know, getting them down into those situations where it's just one alive kind of thing and keeping them on that eco territory.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Montreal, because I mean, now they've definitely lost the momentum. It's been shifted towards Ottawa, and Ottawa's just feeling hot. They're good to go. Like, any kind of play that they can make right now is going to throw Montreal off guard completely. So definitely interesting how the tables have definitely turned this second half.
Looks like the terrorists are going to be going for an A side default here, so they're going to throw that front bathroom smoke, and Mario's already going to be pushed up into the connector here.
Yeah, back to their old setup.
Yeah, Farza's going to be in the long side bathroom area here, as the rest of Montreal, they're going to be taking towards the long A here, so Farza's going to be met with a couple of opponents here. He's going to get pinched, actually, as Solbo is just going to walk straight in, and Farza able to take one, but he gets traded immediately. As Mario's actually going to go all the way up for the flank now. He might be able to find HHQZ. He spots him, he finds him the back of the head. And he has this party area now, as this is going to be such a tough spot for the T's to clear.
Yeah, Mario's got the full map control here. He's definitely got these guys pinched here, and they're worried. They're looking around, and they're trying to figure out where is Mario. And Mario is just playing party. He does think that there is one connector, but little does he know they are just making their way like snails up the long A.
Someone's lingering around the Rosie here, as they pretty much just traded spots.
Mario just did a full shift and went back into the bathroom here, and these guys are probably just so confused as to what's going on. Does look like they are going to be making their way towards the B bomb site here. 27 seconds left on the clock here. Kadachi right now ready to go. Counter maul. You can already see the CTs are getting ready for you know, a B execute here.
Yeah, with
You can
18
see that
seconds
Mario is
left
getting
too.
greedy.
18 seconds left, and CKZ gonna be tossing in another smoke here. Molotov is gonna come in with 9 seconds left. CKZ can't deny this one, but Kadachi gonna find 2. As Renix is gonna find one through the smoke, as Mario gonna shut down the bomb plant. That's the end of the round there, as Sage not able to do anything here with. He is gonna be able to save his op though.
Yeah, that was the best case scenario for the worst case scenario. I mean, like, they weren't able to win the round, but I mean, keeping that AWP in the hand of Sage is probably the best thing that they could do right now. Hopefully he's going to be able to take out Mario, but it does look like Mario isn't opping. He is just going straight right. And it does look like Ottawa actually is going for a tactical pause right now too, which is interesting, especially when they have the upper hand in the scoreboard.
Yeah. I mean, they did take that timeout in the first half as well, and you know, it could be just to calm things down. You never know sometimes.
Yeah, it's always hard. I mean, the team dynamics are always so different, right? And that's what makes it so interesting too. Like, this team could just be a little bit heated from even just losing the one round, or maybe they just had a bit of an argument or disagreement on miscommunication or something like that. You never know, and yeah, sometimes it's good to calm the nerves, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are battling it out. Like, they want to go for the top Eastern team here, so definitely making it close.
Gonna be in the 24th round now, as Mario's gonna be making his way in towards the long area. The rest of the terrorists are also gonna meet him here, so he's gonna have quite the task on his hands. As Mario is actually hidden behind the tree here. Might be able to find one. He does, but ultimately traded, and they're gonna just make their way in towards the A site from along A.
Yeah, the T's right now are going to be pushing up the long A here. CTs are getting ready. Farza is going to be throwing smoke, and a Molotov right in front of it. Going to get taken out. Epsilon going to be taken out. Farza, nice entry coming into the ball. And then, as I say that, Sobel and HHQZ is going to be taking it out, and all down to CKZ right now. Man, going to be taking out one here, but down to a 1v3 situation. Bomb is down. 68 HP. These T's are coming in. They're looking for him. That little piggy's about to get roasted.
Yeah, I really like how Montreal just changed the pace there. They essentially just went for the straight 4 long A. Just want to do something super aggressive, and CKZ actually is still going to be challenging this, as might want to take, maybe trying to lower the economy of the T's, but either way. Ottawa going to be taking another timeout here, it looks like. And yeah, who knows, right? Maybe they are just getting heated after one round loss, and they just, you know, need to cool it down. But I don't know. I feel like it's something different. I feel like it's might be like a tech issue, but they're just not calling a technical timeout.
Yeah, maybe they just want to use their tacticals. Maybe they don't always use them, but you never know. But I mean, you can see that Mario is looking like he is getting that AWP back into his hands. He's getting sick of it with the rifle, and he's going to make it a little bit more interesting with the AWP. He's definitely been one of the better players on his team, and Renix has both been standing out this half. And they've been, you know, you can see that Mario's got 23 and 18, and we also got Renix with 21 and 6, following by 12 kills and then also 11. So a little bit of weight is being carried by these guys, but nonetheless, it is good teamwork from Ottawa's side here to make this a tie game. Are going to be going into round 25.
Yeah, the one thing is, though, it's like, you know, despite the fact that Ottawa's lower fraggers maybe at the B site, they're actually been doing a really good job of holding it too. Like, they're not dying instantly.
Very true. And I mean, that's the biggest thing too, is that, you know, you can't just base it just from statistics as well. I mean, you can definitely notice if there is a bit of a carry with frags, but I mean, luckily these guys, like you mentioned, have been playing really well with counter nades and slowing things down for the T's to execute them all.
Yeah, it looks like this is actually going to be a fake from Montreal, so they're going to try to sell that long A rush that they did the other round, as 3 players wait from the monster area, as this is actually going to draw a rotation. It's all going to be down to Barlu left in the monster area, as he's going to spot a couple players out. He only has an MP9 though.
That's to stay alive here. Going to get taken out though, and then CKZ is going to be returning back onto Sobel. Mario looking hot with that up coming in. He's scoping, he's ready.
Toss a grenade in. Kadachi actually going to trade back onto CKZs. Now it's a 2v2 situation. As Epsilon's actually pushed into graffiti here. You could make a play if he wants to.
Yeah, he is in a good spot here. I don't think the CTs are ready for him to be pushed that close here. Farza is kind of waiting for an aggressive push, but it does look like Mario and Farza are just playing. Now they're going to go towards that lower part here. A lot running on Epsilon right now to make something happen here. Really good spot. Going to be taking out one. Does not get the second. Farza going to be taking him out. Rector sprays, but oh dear, good effort nonetheless.
Almost. That was almost the round-winning play. Almost a round-winning play. I feel like if his teammate stayed alive just a little bit longer, he would have got both of those kills.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because I mean you could already see that the pick already did happen, and he was already spraying on the first one, and then he tried transferring it over to the second guy. Spray transfer didn't happen, but that's okay. I mean, it was a really nice play and good crossfire from these guys, but it goes into the favor of Ottawa, and they are back on top with the score being 13-12 in the 26th round of the game.
Yeah, it looks like Montreal is going to be making their way right down towards the middle here. As they're just going to be straight rushing it. They're just going to be throwing all their tactics out of the windows. They're just going to go for a straight rush. And Farza's going to be hearing all of this towards middle. He does have an off. He's going to be tasked taking some close range jump shots. Gets taken down though. Mario might be able to find Kadachi. He does. And that's actually the bomb down. As it looks like here, Renix is actually going to take down Sage, and she's going to be planning right in front of him, essentially, as Slobo going to get taken down. It's all down to HHZ. He gets taken down as well.
We mentioned this last half too, but I mean, CTs are definitely catching these guys off guard. Like, Mario's now flanked at least 2 or 3 times that I can count from this game. And he just got 2 big frags and getting the bomb down and making it 14 I don't think Montreal's got the answer.
Yeah, they look lost here. Like, they've been able to get the bomb down with these, like, with these rushes, and that fake that they had the other round was a good touch, but ultimately they're just not getting into good post plant situations. Like, they're not able to get into good spots.
That makes a huge difference. I mean, you're already getting one part of the job done here with bomb down, but yeah, it's all about that post plan and just getting crossfires and getting the quick picks that you need. These guys on the Ottawa side are just taking them out and just picking them part by part here. A lot riding on this round here if Montreal wants to stay in this game. There is full AKs. Score is 14-12 here. We are going into the 27th, and these guys do look like they are just going to be blitzing them towards long A once again, going towards their aggression and just getting rid of all the tactics right out the window here. Slowing things down. Going to be pushing towards that bathroom here. Going to be making their way to connector. I think they're going to be doing a B-split. As we see it, Mario going to be taking out Sobel.
Caught him through the edge of the smoke, so beautiful play by Mario there. As it looks like the terrace, they did want to go back down towards the connector. As Epsilon looks like he wants to find a frag here. He's up close on A site. As Sage is going to be throwing, it looks like that's going to be a jump on smoke for him. As it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a fake towards A, and then they're going to be heading back towards B with the bomb.
Oh, Mario just responding and punishing Epsilon for even considering going towards his bomb site.
Yeah, and it looks like the rest of Montreal, they're going to be going out from the monster area. Barloo here is going to be tossing them all top. Actually might be able to find a kill here as tossing that grenade in. Not finding any kills yet though, but Barloo going to find one. CKZ going to find another. It's all down to HHZ now as he's left in a 1v4 situation. And he's not known for those.
We know people that are, but unfortunately he was not.
And here we are with match point now as University of Ottawa up 15-12. And Montreal, they're just looking, this is going to be a relatively weak buy here as they only have 3K.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting game. I mean, you can just see that Ottawa just as soon as they went towards the defensive side, these guys have just literally turned it up and have not lost any rounds except for one. These guys have just won straight. These guys are going to be able to potentially win this game as it's 15-12. Things are just happening here.
Your game crash?
My game crashed. Yours too?
Yeah.
I was like, what happened? I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna assume that Ottawa probably won that because I think that's like a glitch, where like sometimes like the Go TV ends too early, right? You remember when that happened before, right?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that is what happened. As that's very awkward. As we were getting into it.
Yeah, that's too bad. But you know what? Nonetheless, I mean, I mean, let's talk about the game though. I mean, we saw a huge momentum change, and while we wait for the stats to kind of pop up here, but we saw, we saw the first half going in favor of Montreal. These guys were able to win at 11-4, and then you could just see like University of Ottawa just coming back so hard, and they lost one round in the 9th round, I believe.
Yeah, that's a crazy CG side. Like really crazy what they're able to pull off, and I have to say like a lot of it was due to Mario being so dynamic on the A side, being able to get kills and information, and also like on the B side as well. Like they were able to hold it. Like they weren't getting bullied from like monster rushes and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an interesting game. And I mean, like I said, like when you play CT side, I feel like some teams feel more confident in what they're doing. I definitely think there's a lot of pressure still being on the terrorist side because you are the aggressors, you're the ones that are supposed to be making the plays. But I definitely feel like this game entirely was different for both teams when they're playing CT. They were playing quite aggressively on both sides. Montreal did quite well on getting control of the map and just kind of throwing them off guard. But I definitely think Ottawa was like taking that to the next level and just smashing them.
Yeah, and if you look at the stat here too, Mario with 9 first kills, 9. The next person in the server is 3. Like so. Just think of it that way. Like he's essentially getting a 5v4 advantage many times, throughout that game.
And that's kind of the thing I was mentioning too. Like I mean, frags and your KPR and everything is one thing, but like he was able to get literally a pick every single round. Like you said, 9 entry kills, or the first kills you want to call, making it just an advantage for those guys the entire time. And that's huge, especially on defensively, right? Because you want to have stronger numbers, and the less numbers you're going against is easier. So definitely throws the Montreal boys off guard a little bit. It makes it a lot harder for them to do any proper nade work or anything too.
Yeah, for sure. As other than that though, like it was a pretty entertaining match. As like we said, 2 powerhouse Eastern Canadian schools, and I have to ask though, like since we're on the West Coast for BC, how do you think these teams stack up against the Western Canadian schools, like SFU, UBC, like you've casted them, right? So
I think I think it'd be really interesting. I'd really like to see. I'm biased. I mean, I'd love to see UBC play Ottawa for sure, especially after watching this performance. Like this was just a dominant performance from these guys. I think both teams would be a bit of a nail biter, in the sense I think it'd be a really close game. But I think I mean I always say West Coast is best coast, but
yeah. Well, we'll have to see though, as that will be in the next that'll essentially be in the next part of the season, where we're in week 5 already right now, the first semester. And essentially what happens for people who are unfamiliar is that all the groups are kind of shuffled in a way where they're not just played by region, but they're all shuffled where it's not region dependent anymore. It's all down to what your performance was in the previous semester. So pretty much we're going to be able to see some of these Eastern teams and West Coast teams be able to play each other in the next semester, and that's when we'll actually have some of our questions answered. As there is definitely a component where some groups are stronger than others, right? And you don't really know, like you can't. It's hard to compare between teams that are in different regions, right? So we'll have to see what happens when we get to that point. But regardless, do you have any last words?
No, I just want to say that it was. I'm glad to have you back. It's good to finally hear your voice and have you back on the desk of casting. But I'm glad that was a really good match, and I'm really impressed from Ottawa. Like I thought they played really well, especially being in a deficit from 11-4 the first half.
Yeah.
Like they made that look easy. They didn't even show any weakness at all on their CT side.
Yeah, their CT side was super dominant. As their T side could use some work, but it is T side overpass, and like I said before, if you don't really have things that you've gone over with your team, T side overpass can be a bit hard, because essentially the way I kind of see it is like you have to be able to work different sides of the map all the time. And obviously, like early in the half, what we saw from Ottawa is they're just holding all their nades, defaulting until they're like 30 seconds left, and it's like essentially they've gotten nowhere, right? So something for them to work on if they happen to watch this this VOD. But either way, I think we're gonna be signing off here. As you know, any last shout outs? Or
You know, I just want to say, you know, thanks to the CSL League, it is really fun to cast these matches. It's great to see this young talent play. It's great to see, you know, all these schools competing against each other and playing. And I'm really excited to see how it's going to go like later in the season here. Like this is the time where teams are just starting to rise, and we're talking about like heavy hitters in the whole entire league. So. This makes it really interesting, and especially for playoffs and everything too. So
playoffs is gonna be so good as well. Playoffs is actually double elimination this year too, so
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
yeah. Okay, either way, so we're gonna be signing off now. Follow us on Twitter, Mahone_TV and GoLaza, and yeah, I believe we will see you Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Is that correct? Right? I think we're gonna be 7:30 p.m. So yeah, other than that, we'll be signing off. Thank you guys for watching, and good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Freezing. My sun just